Hi, I'm Tom from the Reluctant Outdoorsman channel, and it's a surprisingly beautiful afternoon in Jersey. It's Friday, the 18th of October 2024, and whilst I didn't have a plan when I set out on this walk with Paddy the cockapoo, Paddy and I end up walking into St. Helier, taking in all the sights and checking on the progress of the massive development that has been rapidly changing the face of our old town. I said in the intro that it's a surprisingly beautiful afternoon in Jersey. Actually, the weather was pretty good yesterday as well. But before that, we've had more awful weather. High winds, heavy rain, which I'm afraid is par for the course for this year. This walk ends up taking Paddy and I about 50 minutes. But as usual, I'm going to be breaking the walk down into more palatable 10-minute sections. And here you are, watching part 1. And look at this. That was Overdale Hospital. There you go, there's the sign. And it is no more. Let's come in here. Let's have a pee in here. Nice views across St. Helier. But that is part of the site for the new General Hospital. Originally they were going to build it all there. Now I think it's been toned down. But there's still going to be a lot of buildings there. Too many, really. All the main wards, the A&E and a lot of the other facilities are all moving up here to the top of the hill, which in my opinion is a very strange decision. You're putting very large buildings on the top of a hill in one of the most elevated areas of Jersey, with road access being really poor. And if you're a pedestrian, I hope you're really fit and well if you want to visit the hospital. So it's going to be a big site because if you remember Overdale, there was a fairly modern building, or a couple of fairly modern buildings, and then there were a load of old buildings that were completely dilapidated and empty, and they've knocked them all down, so there's plenty of room for a lot of construction. I don't know how much this roof repair is costing, but I bet it's not cheap. They've been working on it for months, and I presume it was damaged in Storm Kieran. So it's a beautiful sunny day. If I walk out into the middle of the road, there in the distance, behind the trees, is Elizabeth Castle. And I think we're going to head down the steps. Come on, Pat. I think we've filmed this way before. Oh, Paddy's looking at the grass. I think he wants to... Sorry, Paddy. Didn't mean to film you taking a leak. Look at this, Paddy. Woohoo! Now don't pull me down though. When I was having my heart attack, this is the route I walked down to the hospital. With hindsight, that probably wasn't the best idea. The consultant didn't seem to think it was a good idea. I'm now led to believe that the recommended way of getting to a hospital when you're having a heart attack is by ambulance. So apparently walking and deciding that if you feel better by the time you get there you'll go to the bank instead is not a good idea. It's a very pleasant walk. On the right is People's Park. Not much going on in it, but they sort of use it for a lot of festivals. People's Park is basically a big lawn with trees planted around the edge of it. Unfortunately, Storm Kieran blew some of those down. But as I mentioned on the way down, it does get quite a lot of use during the year, with fairs and concerts and even circuses all being held on the park. So I suppose it earns its keep. Contrary to popular belief, I don't go to pubs that often nowadays. But there in front is the new park. A bog standard no frills pub. And probably the place I most like to have a drink when I'm out and about. And as we arrive on the edge of town, Cheapside, we'll end part one of this video. In the following parts we'll walk bang straight through the middle of town before we start checking out all the new construction. Hopefully I'll see you all again soon for the rest of the video.